Hi peeps, we're back. And once the prom is all over, someone yell at me so I know everyone's awake. Ooh, one of those anime eyes today. I see. Alright. We're going for a one player game, classic. I'll go for a full game. Just skipping. I don't think I've dated what's the face before. So we'll go with Brian. Good. Oh yeah. Then let's get through this initial stuff real quick. Get to that quiz. A radioactive possum just bit you. What superpower did you get? The incredible power of writing fanfiction so compelling that the actual creators of the TV shows decided to go with my ideas and crazy ships. The superpower of always choosing the right combination of emojis to get the desired reaction from all people. Seducing my loved ones, burning my enemies, settling any argument, and even conveying complex emotional thoughts. Probably rabies. I go to the hospital immediately. Give me that charm. Hell yeah. Which is the coolest mythological creature? A sphinx, who's super tense up and ready to party. And she raps all her riddles. She still kills you if you don't answer them correctly. But she raps the riddles. This weird creature I drew when I was 6, which is clearly super derivative from other mythological creatures. But it's super cool and it's my OC and my spirit animal, okay? The invisible hand of the free market. Kinda didn't want that money. What would be a killer accessory? Shiny armor, sunglasses, at night. A fabulous purse made of the skin of your worst enemy. Coolness itself. A necklace with your own name, in case you forget. Fancy brass knuckles. I... Damn, I'm not sure. I'm kinda suspicious of the purse. Hmm. Okay, I might want you guys' opinion for this one. And by might, I mean I want you guys' opinion. Okay, so yeah, I'm listening. This is strange. Sunglasses is probably poly. Coolness itself? I feel like that's Damien. Oh my god, she wants a shiny armor. Okay, we can fix this. It's fine. Just not mess up, which I know sounds hard, but can be done. And if we're lucky, we can somehow trigger hearts in a conversation. In the first conversation, we have introduced Liam. No, he's just like, what's shiny armor? Look, that's interesting. That's just freaking weird. That's an extreme never end. Hell yeah. Smart 6, bonus 4, creativity 5, charm 7, fun 4, monies 4. I'm gonna go all in on that charm. That day an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team spirit. Either your internet is eating or my stream mate. I mean, that's the usual lead from when it's loading, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural born leader. You gain 2 charm. After that, you engage in a deadly match of truth or dare, or death with Polly. And that would be a super interesting event to cover. But then the two of you spot Miranda and Liam deep in an intense conversation. And that's bound to be much more interesting. Hey babes, you making quite a noise, and I love anything that makes quite a noise. What's up? Hey you two. Miranda and I were having a creative disagreement. You see, we wanted to start our own school club. You know, an intellectually rewarding extracurricular that enriches our minds while probably not being mentioned ever again in the future. Because continuity at the school seems to be a bit random. Noise, let's do it. You know all my favorite things in the world. That we do. Drugs, sexual activities, noise, no dummies. That too, but I meant chess and Russian literature. Stop treating me as if I were two-dimensional. Let's start a literature club. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Huh, I'm not sure. Do you remember what happened last year when we joined the literature club? We wrote dope poems and made new friends? No, the other thing. Ah, fuck yes, that's right. So weird I almost forgot. I mean, that's how I died, you know? Anyway, thing is, Miranda and I were already between two ideas. I propose we start the club. A delightful meta club where we enjoyed ourselves by designing and crafting new school clubs. Boring. I propose the Little Pony Sweet Dreams Club. Club where we only spend our nights learning how to tell the right bedtime stories to ponies. Whoa, you two really know how to sound two-dimensional. But in any case, can't you just both do your own clubs? No. Our lives are fueled by conflict and confrontation that can only be solved by choosing between two options. That's why we need you to pick which club is the best one. Because Winger always seems to Winger always seems to choose based on who he wants to ask to prom. So which one should we go for? Just remember, one of the ideas includes ponies. A tough choice. Mostly because I'm like super drunk right now. A tough choice indeed. It's your opportunity to convince Polly of one of the options. Because no one is preventing you from making choices based on who you want to ask to prom. I mean, the pony one is at night, so technically not to the nightclub. The club, the best club is clearly the club because, and then just throw some confetti. Oh my god. Oh, good point, Winger. I do like nightclubs. How do we pass that check? You do realize it would be nothing like an actual nightclub, right? Are you sure? Have you been to the Pony Sweet Dreams nightclub? No, but it's less butts and more butts, boo. Pony butts. Ponies have majestic buttocks indeed. Whoa, now I need to see it myself. I hope they know how to shake those pony asses. Oh my god. I have no idea what's happening. The only thing I understood is that my proposal has won, and that's the only thing that matters. Huzzah. Winger, it might be true you only make choices based on who you want to ask to prom. But if that's true, you're off to a good start. Oh my goodness. Fuck yeah. You can't wait to tell rap bedtime stories to ponies alongside Miranda. Meanwhile, you gain 2 charm and 1 smarts. Nice. We're going to... And we're going for... The rare is about to lips a glass of scotch up to her immaculately painted lips. You can drink whatever at the school apparently. When Miranda screams, "Stop! Don't drink that." Why not? This scotch costs more than most cars. Has your taster tried it yet? What taster? You don't have a taster. What if your drink is poisoned by someone jealous of your good looks and royal title? Listen, Mary, I only drink 4 things. Scotch, red wine, the tears of my enemies, and straight up poison. You drink poison on purpose. Miranda, my hair is venomous snakes. You think poison actually harms me? Well, you should still have a taster. What if someone puts really spicy hot sauce in your drink? Or poison? What do I have to do to get you to drop this? Simple. Hire a taster. Fine. Any volunteers? This might just be the big breakup you're looking for. You raise your hand and when Vera picks you, you drink all her scotch, enraging Vera and delighting Miranda. Pretend to be poisoned, terrifying Miranda and amusing Vera. Well, what are you doing? That bottle costs as much as the first Apollo mission. How do you feel, Royal Sister? Are you poisoned? Well, you're not poisoned, but you're pretty fucking wasted. You give up all the Mirandas you can see 2 big thumbs up. Oh, jeez. A job well done. Now Vera is sure not to be poisoned. Well, yeah, 'cause there's no scotch that's to be poisoned by. Don't listen to her. You did well. Come with me. I have some other beverages you simply must verify for safety. You spend the rest of the night getting wasted on expensive liquors at Miranda's place. Courtship never tasted so good. My goodness. Courtship. Oh, jeez, that pun. Sure. Charms up. Creativity. That day about rehearsing for the class play. The musicians themselves have decided to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. After you're eavesdropping on Miranda and Polly, waiting for the perfect moments to mention your influx of Insta followers when. Never fear, my ladies, you need not fight over me. Him again. As for a team myself, I must say that even I find him to be. What's the term you use, Paulina? Extra AF. Friendship between two beautiful maidens shouldn't be soured over one as handsome, rich, and humble as I. But worry not, my sweet summer salads. Sweet summer salads. That alliteration, I am deceased. I have found the perfect solution to protect your feeble hearts. You shall both marry me. I've dealt with male entitlement before, but this is official next level. Yes, an interdimensional level, as our collective wedding will be as well. Yeah, not interested. You are hardly the first prince to seek my royal hand in courtship, and I don't see that you're bringing much to the table. Interdimensional table, and I am the definition of marriage material. You'll never find a better suitor. I have a castle. I can defeat anyone at anything. I'll show you. I'll fight him. Is the interdimensional prince pointing directly at you? Why is your life like this? I can defeat you at any challenge. Now name your weapon and prepare to lose. Miranda and Polly are watching you closely. Maybe you can skew the prince's challenge to really impress one of them. You know what would be wild? Naked fencing with live weasels instead of swords. As a royal, you must fancy yourself pretty clever, so let's see you win at losing. It's true, royalty is very clever. I know because I'm royalty. I can't believe you have the creativity for this. Very well then, let us proceed with the challenges. The series of trials begins. You each post selfies to Instagram. The prince instantly gains 12 followers while you lose 10. Round 1 goes to the home teammate with a pair. Sorry about your unfortunate face. Next up, our classic feats of athleticism. The prince kicks your ass up and down at archery, fencing, and bumper cars. Finally, you engage in a stirring round of Monopoly. The prince wins in 6 moves. Aha! Normally, Monopoly might last days, but I, with my incredible skills, have managed to win at once, because I am a winner. Now surely I have proven myself worthy. A worthy and winning groom. For both my blushing brides. Dude, the competition was to win, not losing. By winning everything, you've actually lost. What? No, it cannot be. And yet it is. Sadly, even though you are of royal blood, it would seem as if you are the biggest loser of all. No! Curse you, confusing semantics! The prince lets out a heartbroken sob and disappears in a burst of heartbroken night. You may have made yourself look like a total loser, but at least your friends aren't both marrying that douchey prince. He came too smart, someone fun. Or down. Okay, what's the point? You see, yeah. Shit, we have to be covering that. That's fun creativity. That day while rehearsing for the class play, you are struck by the lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you by it, also known as one of the 7 most douchebaggish moves in the world. But the nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Quite the feat. You gain 2 creativity. Nope, we're not doing that. Miranda, oblivious to everything that's happened, approaches you, weeping. Have you seen the news? The most dreadful thing has happened. The Lemurian monarchy has been overthrown. King Kraken no longer sits upon the throne of gold and baby cells. Those filthy revolutionaries are saying he sold their daughters and ate their sons, and forced everyone to work for free in the uranium mines. So he made a few shrewd financial decisions. That's no reason to depose him. If some innocent kidnapping or slave labor was enough to get the peasants in an uproar, I shudder to think of my own kingdom. Do you think my people might resent being forced to pull up the corner of the palace where the foundation is crumbling? Do you think the 100% income tax and the random cannonballs we fire into the villages might be taken as something other than the expressions of goodwill? Could this plague or civil unrest infect my own domain? Oh, perish the thought! I am inconsolable. Console me! How might I safeguard my kingdom against the feats of good King Kraken? Duh, replace all your subjects with mindless robots. I built a robot army a few months ago and I still have the plans. Give all your subjects belly rubs. Fishes love belly rubs. Nice. This is fantastic. An army of good little robots to replace these pesky slaves. I bet they won't complain when we don't feed them for 2 weeks because we're having a party. And we'll finally be free to grind all our subjects up into peace and sell them as dolphin safe tuna, like we've always wanted. Oh my god. Thank you! You have truly done a good deed today. You have serious doubts as to the actual goodness of your deed. But that's why you drink. You gain 2 creativity and 1 money from tuna sales. Oh my goodness. Yeah, strange. You arrive at your chosen table to find Miranda folded napkins up here. Do you want to know what this one is for, Vera? No. I'll take that as a yes. The rose-shaped napkin fold is birthdays between the ages of 16 and 22. Miranda's hands move fast as lightning, turning the rose into a gorgeous white swan. By contrast, the swan folding is for first weddings, third weddings, and swan giveaways. As a fashion enthusiast, I have never been so bored by a piece of fabric. Oh, and this black swan folding, so weddings where you plan to brutally murder all the guests. Not very popular, the black swan folding. Okay, that's sort of cool, but I'm still aggressively uninterested. You happen to have some napkin folding skills yourself. Maybe you can spice up this interaction. You decide to show off your most impressive napkin fold. If you fold the napkin like so, it creates a self-aware napkin whose sole purpose is to fold more napkins. This writhing snake folds for when it is time to leave her alone and stop explaining napkin folds. Oh, that's adorable. Look at it folding everybody's napkins. It's like an adorable tiny surf. It looks like it's folding the other napkins into more self-folding napkins. I know, it's so efficient. Go, little napkin surf, be free. Aren't you worried this will turn into a self-replicating napkin scenario, progressing geometrically until the world is nothing but napkins? Why, that sounds lovely. God, you're impossible. You seem to have mispronounced impeccable. Whatever, I'm leaving before the napkin folk can take over the world. Rare leaves you alone for a romantic lunch with Miranda. You can't hang up too long though. We gotta stop those napkins before they can take over the world. Nice. Class. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, if you get that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You came too smart. Sigh, woe is me. Sigh. Could Miranda possibly be doing this because she wants attention? Only one way to find out. Oh, hello, I didn't see you there, as I was standing here suffering gallantly in silence. She did, and she wasn't, but okay. I had the most tragic injustice before me earlier this morning. I was rejected from our school's water polo team. They claimed I was mistaken about how polo is conducted in underwater. Excuse me, but I was raised underwater. How is one even supposed to play water polo without a heavily armored seahorse mount? How, I asked you? Perhaps I offended them when I implied they were too impoverished to afford sea seeds. If so, why I would love to make preparations. But it may be too soon for me to show my face. Would you be so kind as to take them the gifts of this off omelette? An omelette? Why is there an omelette involved here? To begin the healing. I am told that peasants consider eggs to be a delicacy. Obviously. And what would make the gesture even better is the personal touch of toppings, caviar, eel, chocolate covered sand crabs. They'll never forget this was a present from a mer princess. An elegant stenciled card with your sincerest apologies, a list of all their fears, and a bundle of compromising photographs. Oh yes, how better to know that to show that I'm truly trying to make an effort to get to know them on the most personal of levels. Oh my goodness. I shall do their names in beautiful calligraphy, print their fears in gold leaf, and I shall adorn their compromising nudes with adorable glitter stickers. What happened to your eyes? Oh my goodness. I may have been misunderstood before, but how could anyone misinterpret this kind gesture? Take the omelette and make sure to take lots of pictures of them eating the eggs, so we can all remember how generous I was. With a kiss on the cheek, Miranda hands you the omelette and leaves you on your way. You gain 2 smarts and 1 charm. Well done. That's awesome. What do I want to buff? Let's get some cash. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs mining some bitcoins. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency. But she guessed that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it really works. Anyway, you gain 2 bitcoins, which is equal to $2 million, which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so plus 2 money. You notice Polly bent over her phone while Miranda tries to peek over her shoulder. Something really interesting must be going on Polly's phone. When you get closer, dude, you see that Polly's just on Tinder again, swiping right on everybody. Miranda seems entranced though, and a little worried. What did you say this was called again? Tinder. And it's finding true love? Um, sure. But, but I never knew. I have spent countless hours going to royal balls and kissing frogs, and pretending to be in a magical slumber, when I could simply have been using this app. I mostly just use it for collecting dick pics. What are these dick pics? Tokens of affection? Oh, alas, to be so far behind in my quest for love. I am 19 years old, practically an old maid, and I'm only now learning of this. Oh, how will I ever make up for lost time? Don't worry, I'll coach you in the mysterious ways of Tinder. You'll have a whole harem in no time. You still don't have Tinder? Why should you worry about having Tinder when you can own Tinder? Why don't you just buy the entire company? I was going for quality, but okay, that's smart. Ah, yes, of course. I will simply purchase the app and require all of its most attractive and heroic users to date me. It is exactly how my father met my mother, except with the Indian Ocean instead of Tinder. Polly, I will give you $230 to Tinder. I mean, okay, but like, I don't actually own the company. What do you mean? I thought you said you had Tinder. Yeah, on my phone. I have a copy of the app. I don't own any successful internet startups, but you do own internet startups. Interesting. Oh yes, I had forgotten you were poor. I'm so sorry. It's cool. Well, anyway, I'm off to buy Tinder now. Goodbye. Have fun? Now might be a good time to uninstall Tinder from your phone. Meanwhile, you gain two creativity and one smarts. I mean, that's certainly something. Oh, you come upon Damien sneering at Miranda's elaborate silverware spread, while her eating serves chow down obediently at a neighboring table. I still don't get why you collect all these stupid forks and spoons and shit. I mean, even the knives don't really look that deadly. Silly boy, the silverware is not for killing. Things can be for stuff other than killing? That's lame as hell. It's basically useless. I mean, you don't even eat. Your serfs do it for you. Well, of course they do. But they're not using any of your silverware. Naturally they aren't. Serfs must eat with their hands, as befits the lower classes. So you're saying the silverware collection has no practical purpose? Things have practical purposes? These two could go round and round like this forever. Unless you say something to resolve the dispute. Damien's right. Damien's right, Mary. Maybe it is time you started murdering people with your silverware. Lay off Miranda, Damien. What about your collection of exotic corpses? That's different. Those corpses are useful. Useful for what? For holding down important documents. What important documents? Documents about very important, fine. I guess I don't use the stupid corpses for anything. I just stack them in a shed and occasionally dress them up in silly costumes. There, you happy? Extremely. Oh god, her eyes did that thing again. Whatever. I'm gonna go play with my corpses. You stay behind with Miranda to admire her collection. She even teaches you how to use the romance fork. Smooth. Okay. Starts doing really well. Let's get some more money. At day you spend some time in the library PCs managing your salt kicker. We deceived lots of people with a sensationalist video and impossible promises. Nice. You gain 100,000 money, but almost everything goes to cover costs and you keep only 2 money. Oh. Oh, woe is me. Alas and alack a day. Miranda trying at his feet. Must be Tuesday. Still, what else are you gonna do? Study? Ha. Oh, hello. Don't mind me. I'm simply enduring the most horrible injustice to happen to anyone ever. You shan't believe such cruelty could happen to at our own school. But today, Miss Lock. But today, But today, Mrs. the Loch Ness Monster told me that I shall be receiving a B plus in her class. A B plus? Oh, and all because I seldom attended. Does she not understand the importance of my daily royal manicures? Such a horrid grade will surely cause father to cease paying for my CO's insurance as punishment. And then how shall suitors call upon me? Oh, the tragedy. If only someone knew where I could. I don't know, perhaps break into Principal Giant Spider's office, access his private computer and alter my grades. Stick a web of flies outside the principal's office. When he goes out to eat, we sneak in to cheat. Burst into tears. Spiders hate tears. Apparently, we're trying to be smart. My ladies in waiting are expert lace makers. I'm sure they shall have no problem dropping everything in order to detain a variety of bugs. Indeed they don't, or are too terrified to object, and they create a sticky, gooey web. Principal Giant Spider emerges to gorge on dung beetles that apparently still smell of shit. Which is apparently a thing spiders like. You get Miranda sneak into his office and using the skills you learned in Cyber Terrorism 101, hack into the files in no time. Oh, look at that. I have an A+. I guess I underestimated my own amazingness. I am very surprised by this development. I suppose as long as we're here, I might as well fill this thumb drive with top secret school security footage. No reason. That seems on the level. Definitely don't ask any follow-up questions. Ski and true charm and be cool. Damn, this girl dramatic AF, you don't realize? Her entire existence is dramatic. And with 15 charm, I don't know what I'm doing with myself. So, let's hit the shop up. Hey, last night I read this article on how money causes pocket cancer in the long run. You don't want to get pocket cancer. Quick, give me that dangerous money you have in your still healthy pockets. My god. What do I want? Don't want that. This is free. See, I'm wise enough to know when a gift needs given. Yeah. Oh my god. The Xmas gun. Stories tell that long ago Santa used to give naughty boys lead instead of cool. Oh my god. I got a lot of boldness now. Lost a lot of fun. Or did I? Why else creativity? That's bad. And I was smart. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. I guess you have to make that up. As usual, Miranda sits before her immaculate array. Before her immaculate array of carefully arranged silverware. Damien, predictably, is examining her biggest knife. So this is the one for killing people, right? What? Good heavens, no. This is the butter dagger. It would be unseemly to use this on meat. So what then? Am I supposed to use this scrawny looking knife to kill a dude? No, no, no. If you simply must kill someone mid-meal, it is customary to use the fish knife. This is Merfolk court silverware after all. That tiny thing. I might as well die. I might as well wait for my victims to die of old age. As usually, it's done in my kingdom, yes. That's all poison. This is ridiculous. Yo, oh there, which knife? Ooh, you there. Which knife would you use to kill a guy? And don't say the fish knife. The fish knife. A spoon. What, you need this to kill people? I'd be that fish knife though. I said not to, but you said, yeah, I'll show you which knife is used to murder. Damien picks up the big scary knife he wanted to use in the first place and lunges at you. You pick up the fish knife. Yes, defend my honor. Be sure to hold the knife with pinky extended. What? How dare you disarm me? Wait. What? How did you disarm me? I'm normally the best at stabbing. Fuck me. I guess this fish knife really is the best to murder after all, huh? One must never doubt a princess and masters of silverware, my dear. Miranda is so impressed with your prowess in combat and silverware, she awards you her napkin as a token. That's, that's the thing. So we need to get that sat back up. Creativity boost. That day while rehearsing for the class play, you totally forget your lines. It's terrible. But you don't let that get you down. You start improvising all your lines. And it's marvelous. Somehow it enhances the piece of its play in unexpected ways. And that's saying something, since half your improvisation is a rap battle against your inner fears. You gain to creativity. Heck yeah. You catch Miranda posing in front of the mirror, gazing dreamily at her reflection. Oh, how I would love to win the talent show. Of course, Daddy pays a dozen peasants to tell me how talented I am every morning. That's not the same. After all, they're peasants. Not, no, to hold that heavy, spiky trophy in my hands, or rather, to have my servants hold it. That would make me the happiest princess in all the land. But I'm so nervous. What if they don't like my song? What if my skin is too scaly? What if I accidentally say a swear? Okay, Miranda, be calm. Remember what Daddy says. If you don't calm down, failure is 100% assured. That's not helping. Oh, I'm even less calm. Looks like Miranda's caught in a vicious cycle. Quick, help her out before she worries herself to death. Don't worry about those chumps in the audience. If they don't love you, then they're untalented at recognizing talent. I know a great trick for beating stage fright. Just picture everyone naked. Oh, thank God, charm. Oh my, what a marvelously kind thing to say. You are right, of course. How silly of me to doubt it. It is as Daddy says. We aristocrats are simply better than other people. You're quite perceptive for a commoner. And you know, if I don't do well in the talent show, I suppose that's alright. Daddy can always have the judges executed for their impudence. You're glad you're not judging the talent show this year. You gained 2 smarts and 1 charm. Hmm, pretty close to the end. Let's get to class. That day, you're the first one in class. You sometimes come early because you enjoy talking to the teacher. He's a bit bitter, but in a cool way. He treats you like an adult, and the two of you discuss life and stuff in a very snarky way. Look at you, excelling at cliched movie tropes. You gain 2 smarts and 1 valuable life insight that will help you face the difficulties of being young. You're minding your own business when Miranda comes rushing up to you, clearly distraught. Most terrible news, friend. I have just watched the documentary, Game of Thrones, and now I fear for my own royal family. I had not realized how susceptible we might be to random acts of treachery, or how often we romance our siblings. I don't want to be shot in the chest by a crossbow while sitting on the toilet. That doesn't sound proper at all. Please, help me put my poor mind at ease. How can I possibly identify potential traitors in my course? Let's keep an eye out for classic signs. Shifty eyes, hooded black coats, ordering knives in bulk. Pretty much everyone is a traitor. Spin a bottle, whoever points at, kill them. Shoot. No, 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 that can't be right. He just described Count Nice Guy as one trustworthy, or Grand Vizier. The Count can't possibly be a traitor. His last name is trustworthy after all. Names are quite important, you know. Or perhaps you don't. You are rather poor. Luckily for you, you're too poor to afford a name change. Otherwise, you might change yours to stupid McGuppy pants. You lose 2 charm and 1 boldness. Which is fine, because I don't need all this boldness. Charm was over the top, anyways. You arrive at your chosen table to find Barry looking askance at Miranda's lunch. A single, very suspicious looking apple. Miranda, honey, your apple seems to be pulsing with an unhealthy purple light. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's just your imagination. It also has a skull in it, and it smells like lighter fluid. I don't think it's for eating. Of course it's for eating. It's the perfectly standard poison apple. You know, the sort that puts the princess to sleep for 100 years. You literally just admitted it's poison. I know. And I always said I wouldn't be the kind of princess who eats a poisoned apple. But how else will I find a prince to wake me up with true love's kiss and live happily ever after with me? Girl, we need to have a talk about feminism. You back me up on this. Tell her she doesn't need to poison herself for the sake of a man. You don't need to eat that apple. Princess eats and poisoned apples so that you kiss them. You don't need to eat that apple. There are plenty of eligible princes on hotprincefinder.com. Uh, damn. A marvelous idea. If the princes are asleep, I should be able to assess them fully before making a selection. I feel like she just wants to stare at dicks. Come to think of it, I suppose this is why the princess prefers sleeping damsels to begin with. God, royal marriages. The whole thing is like a fucking meat market. In my kingdom, it's more of a fish market. In any case, you two have truly opened my eyes. I shall be sending poisoned apples to all the nearby princes forthwith. Miranda gets to look poisoning all her suitors. Ferrer is very impressed by your enlightened opinions on gender and poison. Heck. Now we know. Shoot. Well, smarts. That day you learn a ton of spells that are all as cool as they are seemingly useless. A spell to renew stickiness. A spell to turn chocolate and vanilla ice cream into vanilla and chocolate ice cream. A spell to gain a spell to gain plus 2 smarts. You actually use that last spell and you gain plus 2 smarts. Nice. In art class, you're having a hard time looking at the unspeakable eldritch relic you're supposed to be painting. When Liam and Miranda thankfully provide you with a distraction. What are you talking about, Miranda? That relic clearly represents the futility of man's quest for meaning in a world of consumer goods. But how do you know that, Liam? To me, it just looks like a gruesome and horrific offering to a pitiless god. Like Uncle Anathema used to make. Why, it's easy, Miranda. When I want to discern the true meaning of a piece of art, I simply, make it up. Look at the bottom and read the clearly printed label that explains the true meaning of the art. What's my creativity at? Not that. So we going with smart. Ridiculous. There's nothing written on the bottom of. There's something written on the bottom of the statue which says the statue clearly represents the futility of man's quest for meaning within capitalism. Oh dear, Liam, it looks as if you were wrong. You said in a world of consumer goods. That is merely my superior vocabulary at work, Miranda. The artist was an eldritch sculptor after all, not an art critic. Wow, Liam, you're so smart and humble. Liam calmly accepts Miranda's sincere compliment, but when he thinks you're not looking, he runs around looking at the bottom and backs of every other piece of art in the room. It clearly changed his life. Probably for the better. Yeah? You gain 2 charm and 1 smarts. Okay, everything except creativity is now up there. Creativity and fun are shot. Money should be fine though. Speaking of which, Let's just buff it. That day you spent some good time on the library's PCs playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision, but who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it. You gain some money. Nice. You run into Miranda, accidentally. It's clumsy, yet kinda cute and romantic. For a second you suspect Shiri existed. Hi! It's so funny running into you here. So random. Anyway, I've been wondering. I got my weekly allowance today, but I can't come up with anything fun to do. It's not much, just 1 million, but perhaps we could come up with something together? Something practical and yet amusing, a purge of your political opponents. I'd like to know more about you. Let's hire peasants to sing your story. That's hard to do with 1 million, silly. Although we can do a purge on a dime. Oh, she did that thing. We have to get creative and list homeless spies. Bash citizens with sticks. Ah, let's do it all at night. With daggers. While they sleep. Your first date and it's at night? Way to go. You came to boldness, which I didn't need. On smarts. Oh my god. Well, this is certainly amazing. What's up, Miranda? You arrive at Scott and Miranda's table to find Scott happily chowing down while Miranda stares horrified at her tray. What's wrong, Miranda? Isn't it obvious? Right here, on my tray. Fish sticks. Yeah, fish stick Fridays. Isn't it great? It is not great, Scott. The fish are my subjects. This is clearly the work of the air people. Air people? Yes, do you not know of the air people? The merfolk's most hated rivals. Don't you read the news? Yes, sure, because I totally know how to read. What? Well, I must insist that you cease eating those fish sticks immediately. It is high treason. Oh, but I've been looking forward to Fish Stick Friday since last Fish Stick Friday. Are you sure I can't eat any? He is asking Miranda while holding a fish stick really close to his mouth. But you feel like you got a better answer to settle this argument, he blurts out. Haven't you heard, Scott? Fish sticks made you work at sports. They contain ball dropanol and noodle flavoring. Fishes contain absolutely no fish. It's all garden snails and food grade plastic. Scott can eat as many as he wants. Oh no, not noodle flavoring and ball dropanol. Ball dropanol. Those are two of the worst ones. Do the air people want me to be bad at sports? Of course they do, Scott. Air people hate sports about sportsmen. It is one of the most loathsome things about them. God, her eyes. Aside from their feathers and their socialism. Well, then I'm not gonna eat any more fish sticks ever again. Fish stick Friday. More like fish stick. Fish stick. Friday? Yeah. Man, I gotta go tell the rest of the wolf pack about this. Scott runs off to spread anti-air people propaganda, and Miranda gives you a most regal smile. Oh jeez. So I'm pretty convinced we're gonna get through with Miranda. Puff that job. That day an epic dodgeball match takes place. At one point you're about to be eliminated by a player from the other team. But suddenly you convince him not to throw the ball at you with a heartfelt speech about the importance of everyone's lives. The player bursts into tears and you take advantage of that moment of weakness, throwing the ball at him. You lose 5 mercy, a stat that might be useful in Monster Prom sequel but isn't now, and you gain 2 charm. Oh my word, what a wonderful, beautiful, exciting day. I hope someone can share in my joy. My great aunt Simon's son Holy McCracken face Cthulhu. Uh, Sm- McCall. Okay. Has received an award for her work with shipwrecks. She's now one of their leading causes. I want to send her my congratulations, but no one from the postal service will go near her lair for fear of their lives. Oh, if only some brave hero would volunteer to deliver this important and time-sensitive missive. Why is a letter of congratulations so time-sensitive, you ask? Well, it's because of, well, you see, it's that these are very special congratulations with instructions to do something congratulatory for herself, you know? Let's get her the letter. There's something fishy about this request, but you've never let that stop you before. You come up with a foolproof plan. Hire Scuba, the underwater taxi service, to deliver the letter for you. Dynamite the toilet, dive into the sewer, and swim there yourself. Yeah, I have boldness, so I might as well use it. If you want something done right, then there's absolutely no way to point it off on someone else. Do it yourself. You grab the stick of dynamite you won from Damien in a game of multiplayer solitaire and head to the bathroom. From an environmentalist standpoint, it's probably not great that the school's sewer system leads directly to the heart of the ocean, but it's great from your purposes. You swim all the way to the lair of great aunt sea monster unholy terror McCracken face Okazoo, who you must admit looks fantastic for a beast of a certain number of centuries. You give her the letter and crawl back up the toilet before you can find out what she means by stay for dinner. A few days later, you see the fruits, the mere of your service. Thank you so much for getting my letter to Aunt Sea Monster. She said she would act on it immediately. Act on the congratulations that I sent by thanking me, which she did. So it's all over and neatly wrapped up now. Nothing further happening here. Yup, seems entirely legit. Glad you swam down the toilet for whatever totally above board operation is going on here. You gain 2 charm and 1 boldness. Alright, time for prom. Miranda, go to prom with me. Prom? Sure. How could I say no to my beautiful accomplice? What do I mean by accomplice? I mean, it was clear all the time, right? I stole some eggs from the sea monster, and then my sis cooked an omelette, and you took pictures of the waterpolo team eating it. And remember we totally stole the addresses of the whole team from Principal Giant Spider's computer? Such good times. Then it was just a matter of delivering the pictures and the addresses to the sea monster, who by my calculations should soon be hunting all those unpolite peasants down. They rejected me, and I am sure it's always been clear that you do not reject Miranda Vanderbilt. So in a way, it was sort of all on them, right? It has been so sweet of you, my charming knight in shining armor. Damn. You feel a bit bad, both for being an accomplice to multiple manslaughter and for feeling weirdly aroused by Miranda's ruthlessness. But love is blind, so a date it is. You have a delightful evening, and in the end, isn't that what counts? Isn't it? By the end of it, Miranda even invites you to her house to show you the corpses of the Woodsboro team, which she's had stolen from their funerals. You're still troubled by the fact that kind of excites you. But obviously Miranda isn't troubled about being excited by a successful merciless vendetta. Oh boy. So you end up celebrating your victory and feasting over what's left of her enemies. Damn. That was the secret ending? Hell yeah. That was completely on accident. Going up, best at secret handshakes, cause I'm so freaking cool. Miranda, best at wearing a crown. Nice. Hey, look at that. This is what, run 8? Something like that. 6, 7, yeah, I think 8. The 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the months of prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy, because all countries should have the right to be graciously ruled by the Male Kingdom. Scott became an athlete. Not so long ago, he won a prestigious national award for being the best at doing sports. Damien became an interior designer specializing in torture machines. Last month, Vogue magazine called his products the refined marriage between macabre and chic. For those 6 weeks, Monster Prom seemed larger than life. Then it was gone, just like that. The party for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. What if I told you that the world was gonna end and you had 15 minutes to spend with me or your friend? Would you take the first bus over to my house, or would you take the last train over the West Coast? See, it's times like these with a change of heart, it's over and done for years. It's on in my head, and I wind up there singing cha la 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 la. Yeah. Waterfall stars came crashing to the ground, and explosions and fires started happening all around. Would you believe me? Come home and sit back, let me. I just do this by myself. Alright. I love singing this song. I'm actually getting better and better with the lyrics. I probably sound bad. What if I told you that the world was gonna end and you had 15 minutes to spend with me or a friend? I guess we don't even need to use the phone. I need no answer, I'm just spending on my own. The Princess to my castle. Wow. Unlocked. Prepare to bring chaos and destruction to this realm. It's party time. You've unlocked 5 new images into the gallery. Alright, I have unlocked a lot of things in the gallery. I haven't checked. Ooh boy, look at that Polaroid. Polly's Party Polaroid, which is on YouTube. I got this when I was soloing. Ooh. Ah, yeah. The Princess to my castle. Interesting. Huh. Is it just like that? Yeah, blue stuff here. So the order is what? Blue, green, red, and yellow. Because I got... What's her name? I got red and Polly something. Well, and ending with these two together. Of course, you saw this one. And I got this. Yeah. No better distraction. Freaking yellow. Oz and Polly. Look at that smile. That was fun. What's in more art? I've not checked this yet. And this is probably more concept art, but you know, that's fascinating. It's always good to see that. To see more. 7. There you go. Liam early design concept. He had a mustache. Oh my god. They changed it. Uh, all Zamira, Liam, and Polly early colored concept. I mean, I do like this. Polly design early concepts. They had fun with Polly. Did they want to make all the water at first? Damn. Check fan art. Ooh, that's cute. Hell yeah, Polly. Best prom. Thank you. I still don't know who the heck this is, but okay. Still, nice though.